Have you ever found yourself adrift amidst a sea of uncertainties, yearning for a beacon of clarity? Imagine if the key to navigating this tumultuous sea was within your grasp all along. That is the essence of the power of choice. Picture yourself confronted with a vast expanse of possibilities, where every wave and breeze carries with it a new opportunity for decision-making. It's indeed inspiring, isn't it? And what if I were to tell you that the potency of this choice rests solely in your hands? Yes, yours. Let's delve into this notion for a moment. Consider the timeless wisdom of Epictetus, a philosopher who, even in ancient times, grasped the immeasurable value of inner freedom. He teaches us that it is not external events that mold our state of mind, but rather how we choose to interpret them. Have you paused to contemplate the profound power inherent in that concept? We encounter a myriad of situations every day, some favorable, others less so. But what if the key to a fulfilling life lies in our responses to these situations? Envision facing a challenge that initially appears insurmountable. Now, entertain the notion of viewing that very challenge as a stepping stone for personal growth. That, my friend, is the essence of the power of choice. By opting for serenity over agitation and resilience over surrender, we transform our life experiences. But how does one practically apply this philosophy? You may wonder. Start small. When confronted with adversity, take a deep breath and inquire within. What's the most constructive response I can offer right now? This simple query can unveil a spectrum of possibilities. You begin to realize that even amidst the toughest circumstances, there exists a potent space to make choices aligned with your true self. In a world often consumed by the pursuit of excess, have you ever pondered whether incessant cravings truly yield happiness? It seems as though we're incessantly chasing after the next big goal, the latest gadget, or the next achievement, all in the hope of attaining satisfaction. But what if genuine fulfillment lies not in accumulation, but in appreciation? Seneca, a philosopher of antiquity, still resonates with us today through his sage words. He reminds us that true poverty does not stem from a lack of possessions, but from an insatiable desire for more. It's a profound reflection, urging us to introspect. What do we truly need to find contentment? Stoicism, an ancient yet enduring philosophy, imparts a crucial lesson on the art of living. It urges us to discern between our genuine needs and the luxuries we fervently desire, often without realizing their true impact on our well-being. And herein lies a potent tool for transforming our existence: the ability to temper our desires. Amidst the ceaseless barrage of stimuli urging us to constantly crave more, begin by simplifying. Make a list of what is truly essential to you, what you genuinely cannot live without. You may be astonished to find that many items you deem indispensable are, in fact, superfluous. Now, contemplate how your life might evolve if you shifted your focus away from accumulating these excesses and toward nurturing experiences, relationships, and personal growth. Imagine the liberation of no longer being enslaved by insatiable desires, the tranquility of finding contentment in the present moment. This doesn't entail forsaking all pleasure or ambition. Rather, it entails redirecting our energies toward endeavors that authentically enrich our souls, human connection, personal development, and contributing to causes larger than ourselves. In a world fixated on relentless consumption, true wealth may seem elusive. Yet, there exists a less traveled path promising not only peace of mind, but a life imbued with meaning, a path of moderation, of discerning the essential from the superfluous. Pause for a moment and reflect. How often do we find ourselves longing for something new, convinced that it will finally bring us fulfillment? It's often believed that the key to our happiness lies in acquiring newer possessions: a shiny car, a cutting-edge smartphone, the latest fashion trends. Yet, once these desires are fulfilled, satisfaction proves fleeting, and soon, a new target for our yearnings arises. Seneca, a stalwart of Stoic philosophy, offers us a liberating perspective, asserting that it's not the person who possesses too little, but the one who incessantly craves more, who is truly impoverished. What if true wealth lies not in accumulating luxuries, but in limiting our desires, finding contentment with what we have? By focusing on our genuine needs rather than being swept away by the whirlwind of incessant luxuries, we can outline the contours of a more authentic and fulfilling life. This brings us to the heart of Stoic philosophy. Virtue is the supreme good. True happiness and freedom are not found in material possessions or external recognition, but in cultivating virtues like wisdom, justice, courage, and moderation. These virtues are not mere words but active principles that guide us regardless of external circumstances. When we act virtuously, we find peace within ourselves, a peace that serves as the foundation of a good life, an achievement dependent solely on us, unshakable in the face of life's storms. Living in the present moment amidst the whirlwind of everyday worries is a challenge we all face. How often do we find ourselves lost between the shadows of the past and the uncertainties of tomorrow? The human mind, a tireless traveler, rarely anchors in the now. However, there's ancient wisdom, a gentle reminder from Epictetus, urging us to redefine our journey. Do not be carried away by the past or the future, for the past is already gone, and the future has not yet arrived. Embracing the now, the present moment, as the main stage of our existence is deeply transformative. It's not about denying the importance of the past or ignoring plans for the future, but about not allowing these time travels to prevent us from fully living in the only moment in which we truly have power, the present. Practicing the art of living in the present moment entails mindfulness, a dedication to being fully present, observing the beauty in small things, and fostering genuine connections. By anchoring our minds in the present, we discover an endless source of peace and satisfaction. Life unfolds in a series of nows, each with its own beauty and value. By dedicating ourselves to living them fully, we open the doors to a richer and more meaningful existence. Now, have you ever encountered the feeling of being confronted with what seems like an insurmountable obstacle? Situations where every attempt at progress only seems to solidify the barrier in front of you. In those moments, the ancient wisdom of Epictetus shines as a beacon, guiding us through the storm with a revolutionary perspective. What impedes action promotes action. What stands in the way becomes the way. This perspective is not only invigorating, but also profoundly transformative. Instead of perceiving obstacles as insurmountable barriers, we can regard them as springboards for our growth and personal development. Every challenge we encounter is, in fact, a disguised opportunity, a chance to surpass our limits and fortify ourselves. But how can we cultivate this resilience and muster the strength to transform obstacles into stepping stones for our growth? The key lies in emotional self-sufficiency, a central pillar of Stoic philosophy. Autarky, the ability to find contentment and happiness within ourselves regardless of external circumstances, acts as a fortress against life's storms. It's important to clarify that this isn't about emotional isolation, but rather a profound understanding that our serenity and happiness stem from within, not from external factors or others' approval. Simultaneously, this journey toward emotional self-sufficiency and personal growth doesn't isolate us from human connections. Instead, it equips us to cultivate deeper and more meaningful relationships. Empathy and compassion play pivotal roles here, as Marcus Aurelius reminds us. We're all members of the same community, woven into the same tapestry of human existence. Kindness toward others isn't merely an act of generosity, but an expression of our truest nature. Practicing empathy involves not only imagining ourselves in someone else's shoes, but also recognizing that fundamentally, we share the same structure, joys, and pains. Reflect on your experiences. In our journey through life, each day presents us with a treasure trove of experiences, ideas, and emotions. However, how much of this treasure do we genuinely capture and transform into wisdom? Daily reflection emerges as a powerful tool, a beacon illuminating the path of self-awareness and personal growth. By dedicating a moment of our day to contemplate our actions, thoughts, and feelings, we open the doors to a deeper understanding of ourselves and how we can live more aligned with our principles. Imagine ending the day with a simple exercise in introspection, a quiet moment before bed, or a peaceful interlude after dinner. During this time dedicated to yourself, ask questions such as, what were the moments today that brought me joy? In which situations did I act in alignment with my values? Were there moments when I deviated from them? How can I learn from these experiences? These questions aren't merely a mental exercise. They are vehicles for a life lived with purpose and integrity. Reflection allows us not only to celebrate our achievements, but also to recognize our mistakes as learning opportunities. Instead of being harsh on ourselves for failures or slips, we can view them as silent teachers guiding us toward a better version of ourselves. Incorporating this practice into your routine starts with small steps, setting aside a few minutes each night for reflection. You may choose to write in a journal or engage in meditation. The key is to find a method that resonates with you, inviting you to look inward with honesty and openness. Keep your expectations realistic. In this journey called life, each day presents us with a blank canvas, an opportunity to paint our story with the colors of our choosing. But as any artist knows, the creative process involves not only inspiration but also reflection. Similarly, the art of living well requires us to pause, look inward, and reflect on our experiences. Daily reflection on our actions, thoughts, and emotions is a vital practice, a sacred moment of introspection. Imagine the transformative power of dedicating time every day to contemplate the day's journey, what lessons were learned, what mistakes were made, and what victories were achieved. How did our emotions guide our actions, and how can we improve? This exercise of self-analysis is a potent tool for personal growth, offering the clarity necessary to evolve and move closer to the best version of ourselves. Furthermore, maintaining realistic expectations is another fundamental pillar for a balanced and fulfilling life. Epictetus, with his timeless wisdom, reminds us of the importance of being mentally prepared for adversities, suggesting that when bidding farewell to a loved one, we remember their mortality. While this advice may seem grim initially, its value lies in its ability to free us from the weight of unrealistic expectations and the pain of surprise in the face of the inevitable. By adjusting our expectations to the reality of human existence, we strengthen ourselves against the emotional impacts of adversities. This mental preparation isn't a resignation to pessimism, but a lucid acceptance of the transient nature of life. By recognizing and accepting the impermanence of everything around us, we can find an inner peace that is not easily shaken by external storms. Therefore, I invite you to incorporate the practice of reflection into your daily routine. Set aside a moment for yourself to look inward and evaluate your day with honesty and compassion. And when facing the uncertainty of the future, remember to calibrate your expectations with reality, mentally preparing yourself for the highs and lows that life inevitably brings. By doing this, we not only become more resilient in the face of adversity, but also wiser, more virtuous, and more aligned with our principles. So, step by step, day by day, we can move closer to the full and meaningful life that we all seek. Shall we begin this practice today? Together, we can learn, grow, and thrive not despite adversities, but because of them. In the face of waves of challenges and opportunities, Stoic wisdom offers a beacon of hope and direction. But this is just the beginning. Join us in the upcoming videos where we will further explore how these ancient philosophies can illuminate our path in the modern world. Don't miss the chance to transform your life. Choose wisdom, subscribe now, and embark on this journey of discovery and growth.